Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com. This is Texas Podcast Massacre.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you from Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Mitch, and with me, as always, are my game night buddies, Elisa.
Oh, sorry, you can't. I'm signing. You can't see it.
Oh, no, I only took one ASL class, and then I stopped.
I'm pretty sure one finger, pretty universal sign language, man. Pretty universal.
Fair. And Nate.
Maddie, you're fucking dead, man.
Spoilers.
It's Unfriended dark web. Who cares?
Is it? Yeah. So this.
Spoiler alert: the web is dark.
Oh my god!
If you guys didn't know that or not.
Well, that's right, because this week on Texas Podcast Massacre, the podcast where we take a look at a different horror movie, we review said movie, and then we also have a horror-related debate question with our unsuspecting victim, who is someone we would not call a horror fan. This week, we decide to hop on our Tor client and peruse through the seedy underbelly of the internet known as the dark web by reviewing Unfriended dark web. So Lisa, experience on the dark web. What type? Yeah, where do you go when you
buy your drugs from?
Yeah, I mean, which
CBS.
CBS.
Got to get those points, bro.
Yeah. Why would Al Gore allow this to happen to his internet? Is my question.
Yeah, Al Gore didn't know.
No, it's Bizarro Al Gore.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like if Al Gore made the internet, Dick Cheney made the dark web. If I had,
oh god, if he didn't make the dark web.
You want to see someone get shotgunned in the face?
If he didn't make the dark web, he lives there. He has a permanent residence in the dark web.
Yeah, that makes the most sense of all of this. Nate, what about you? Your dark web experience?
Man, that stuff is creepy as hell.
Yeah.
I don't want any.
I
don't want any part of that.
So yeah, I mean, so neither of y'all have actually been on the dark web before.
And you have?
No. No, I don't. My what I would do differently is not do that ever. No, but I will say I am a sucker for the YouTube videos where they talk about all the creepy shit on the dark web. Half of which I'm sure are
what if there was
myths.
Like a gray web? Are you interested in the gray web?
It's fine. That's fine. I'm
right?
okay with
like
that.
Not like pitch black, but not like the normal web.
Like I don't like this. Okay, like the Silk Road that doesn't bother me. So some of these sites like this,
the Silk Road doesn't bother you.
Well, okay, so that's buying like fake credit cards and drugs and stuff. Okay, maybe not the human trafficking sites. I could do without those.
I think the Silk Road was literally everything, Mitch.
Was it?
Yes, it was everything.
I thought it was mostly just like IDs and drugs. I don't think it was the human trafficking.
Yeah, where does opium come from? The Taliban? Who cares?
I don't think you could. Well, yeah, you can buy guns and stuff, but that's not like. But not you can't buy a person.
I think you could.
Not on the Silk Web, I don't think.
It's called the dark web, Mitch. It's not like they're like, oh, sorry, you can't do this in the dark web. Like,
well, no,
we're gonna put you in the dark corner of the dark web.
It's like sometimes eBay won't sell all the shit you put on there. I assume it's the same. They got some standards.
They just sold a 20-year-old cheeseburger, so if they're going to sell that, someone sold it on eBay.
Which makes sense. If you're going to buy a shit ton of methamphetamine, you're like, hey, let me get this cheeseburger too.
I'm going to get the munchies.
Yeah, you're going to be hungry afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a sucker for those YouTube videos. What's how much about the dark web, I guess, do y'all know or have looked into? Not much.
Like 4chan, that kind of garbage. Yeah.
Anything that's come out of that's stuck with you as like super creepy. I mean, or maybe not some of the more disturbing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they're
least
trying to take down governments and election systems.
Well, they're doing that outside the dark web.
That's what I'm saying. That's not great.
It's not a secret anymore.
It's like the leaking of documents is creepy.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa, what about you?
That's what's creepy, not the murder and torture.
I mean, to be honest, like, there's no way to like stop that. Like people are gonna murder each other. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Nate's all in on the purge.
Yeah.
No, I'm
just get it over with.
I'm saying
that's a good question. So okay, so there's a thing. They're called again. Probably urban legend, but whatever. There's things called red rooms. These are the purported sites where you can become the director and someone has like they've kidnapped someone and then you can direct how they effectively torture and murder someone. I don't know that they exist. I don't think anyone's really got any conclusive evidence that they do.
Is that why the Red Door club closed down here in Houston? Like, well, we're renovating.
I don't know.
Right.
Makes you think. So if this is the purge, though, in a purge world, do you even bother going on the dark web? Or are you just
no, you don't.
You're just going to do this?
What's the point? I mean, you go there to get your weapons, maybe.
Yeah.
To get your Uzis.
Yeah, I mean, you stock up on the dark web before
Lisa, I don't know if
purge.
you noticed this when we watched the first Purge, but there was a lot of guns freely flowing legally.
It
was not a problem.
It doesn't seem like it's that hard to get guns as it is. I don't really think you need the dark web for...
No, not for all. Depends what you need.
I mean, particularly in our state.
So, Mitch, what is your dark website going to be?
Oh, well, I think, sir, you are getting into this week's debate question of the week.
Yeah, we will see how the Lord favors you.
No, you dare not blaspheme. He will punish you. The jaws of hell will devour you. All of you.
So, the great thing about the dark web, if there's something that is great, is the anonymity.
The great thing. It's just we're not advertising the dark web right now.
It's sort of like that South Park episode, the free hat one, where it's like, so boys, what is good about baby murder? And they're like, it's easy. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, not really a lot of good things, positives about this.
Yeah.
However, the anonymity is one. So if knowing that you have that anonymity of the dark web, that it would be pretty difficult for the FBI to find you. They can, but let's just say, what would your dark website be?
The more that you're talking in this episode, the more nervous I'm getting.
Is there something that we don't know about you, Mitch?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for a transaction to complete,
like
and then we'll be fine.
I think I'm done with the podcast.
Mitch is paying for everything in Bitcoin forever from now on.
No, I think Bitcoin.
No, your what was it? Urethrum?
Ethereum.
Ethereum.
So Lisa's making a urethra auction site? Is that what's happening right now?
So
that sounds very painful. I don't want to be a part of that.
So my dark website, I'll kick it off. My dark website would be, so I shamefully enjoy a lot of garbage TV, a lot of like, especially teenage garbage soap
Teen
operas. Not so much Teen Mom. I don't like necessarily the reality shows. I like more of the produced ones. So like there's a Spanish telenovela. Well, that's the point of the dark web. I don't want people to know, but I would post episode recaps and reviews and maybe some fan fiction.
This is the tamest dark. You can do this now. You don't need
but I don't want people to know that I, for instance, was
Mitch. Do you not know that with internet accounts you can be anonymous, like YouTube? Like you don't have to put your social security number up on YouTube.
Elite hacksaws will find you.
Elite hacksaws. Thank you. People will find this out.
But you're putting on the dark web with the more elite people. They'll find
but there's a lot
more.
There's a lot more.
When it gets routed through Afghanistan and Turkey and then Italy and then Canada,
no one's going to spend that kind of time to find.
Mitch, let me short it for you. I'll give you a pen name. That's all you need. Like you just need a pen name.
They'll find that out. If people can find out a James Gunn tweet from 10 years ago, they can find
Titch
out.
Mackinson.
Done. Anyway, it would be reviews of all those shows, like Pretty Little Liars. Shameful. La Rosa de Guadalupe.
My sister loves
which is
Pretty Little
great.
Liars.
Well, yeah, I know, and this is where I could feel like I could.
How many One Tree Hill seasons are we talking about here?
A lot. Riverdale would be up there as something I would discuss. Although Riverdale, I'd probably discuss now. This is somehow I view this more shameful than my wrestling fandom. But
it's 6 of one, half dozen the other for me.
But so that's our deal. With my complete anonymity, I would do that. It would be a safe haven.
The tamest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to murder a bunch of midgets like you're planning.
What would I do?
Yes,
I was thinking. Okay, so
He's gonna have leprechaun kill rooms.
Oh wow. No one's lucky who goes in there. But no. Okay, so for mine, I vacillated a couple. First thought was, we're in America.
Yep.
Healthcare can be a little interesting in America to navigate through. Lisa is the side eye on Lisa is hard right now. I was gonna say, hey, if you want to hook up some doctors with some ladies who don't want to have babies in whatever state,
oh shit,
go for it. It's like a better Suckling, the movie we reviewed.
Okay,
in the back alley, except back alley dark web style.
But here's the problem.
Yeah,
you, in your mind,
yeah,
want this to be a safe, controlled, clean space for these women.
It's illegal, so just go for it. Like certain states, it's like super early. Just, hey, if you're like 3 weeks past the deadline.
Yeah. But are you going to be able to vet that this is safe?
No, it's the dark web. Of course not.
Oh my God.
Of course not. That was my first thought. I said that was my first thought.
No, you only get one thought.
Wait, what? After that, Jesus.
What's your other thought, weirdo?
Oh God.
We're
going. Okay, so Nate's first option was 40s era back alley abortions. Go.
No, it was nice. It's nicer than that.
Yeah,
it's nicer.
You can't vet them. It's the dark web.
You just say, hey, picture didn't happen. Yeah. Are you doing surgery right now? Show me a video. Done. I know you're a doctor. It's like
okay, move on.
It's the same level of proof there would be like a Reddit AMA.
Were you
then I know.
Were you one of the writers of this film? Because your knowledge of how the dark web works,
I don't know how the dark web works.
Is about the same. Go ahead. Anyway, your second idea.
No, how do I follow that up?
I don't know.
So that was my first thought, but then I thought, okay, what is illegal that a lot of people want?
Drugs.
Drugs. What else?
Drugs.
More drugs. That other drugs?
What is illegal? I don't know.
So that was
being able to travel as any sort of minority or religion. That's illegal right now, right?
Wow. So drugs. So Lisa wins that round. So I'm going to use the dark web for good. So I started with abortion. That's on the back burner. But the other thing I would do is
he's got to go through the vetting process.
Yeah, that's phase two.
A few kinks to work out.
Hold on. I really do want to go back to the. Wait, how are you going to vet these doctors? You're just going to get someone
it's
just
the Reddit,
IMing
it's
you.
the Reddit AMAs.
He's just like, yes, eye doctor.
Yeah. They don't have to be American.
My license number.
They don't have to be American.
Number one.
Yeah, exactly. No, but then I thought, let me use the dark web for good because Silk Road was about delivering drugs, but what was the reason, right?
Like, to make money.
To make money and do this stuff. What I do is I make a nonprofit front company that gets people medicinal drugs they can't get because their state doesn't have like legal marijuana. Boom. Some kids having some seizure, but they can't get their medicine.
Hold on.
Dark web.
You're going to establish.
Dark web.
I want to follow this through. You're going to establish a not-for-profit, which means you will be filing as a corporation in the regular world.
Yeah, no not-for-profits are shady. But none of them
operating in the dark web.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called I Got the Green.
We pay a lot of IT consultants. That's all it says in like the balance sheet. IT consultants, 100% of the budget. Done.
All right, Lisa, your dark website.
Wait, what do you think? You think that I think that's a noble goal there.
It's a noble goal. I think you got to learn a little bit more about the dark web before you launch into these ventures.
I just send a random package to like something I see on the news.
Please don't send a random package. Nate, okay, I need to make sure Nate is not sending random packages to anyone. No, please don't swat him.
You know what's gonna happen?
I see a thing on like 60 Minutes. A 4-year-old girl keeps having seizures, and I send a random package to her house. What could go wrong?
Yeah, I'm a plain vanilla envelope with their hand, with her name just like sprawled out, like written in.
I don't want to like put the powder in packaging. She might be allergic to it. I just put it right in. What's the problem? Medicine.
Okay, so our user downloads are going to shoot up for one reason.
The shoot up is
everyone. Every single FBI agent is going to download this episode. Yeah. So when you see that spike, you know why.
We're going to release this episode in the
Some
dark
people
web.
go like, are they too incompetent to be criminals? And then you see a lot of criminal stories. You're like, no, pick it anybody. Who
All right, so Lisa, your site.
Could happen. Yeah. Woo. All right. So Nate went there. I'm going to use it for a slightly more selfish purpose.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess I could get the information and then release it. But I'm going to go on the dark web and find some really good hackers to hack into a few specific laptops, namely a few authors, one that won't finish writing his friggin' book series, and another that I'm pretty sure has backstory for days and won't release it. And once I get that information, I will distribute it to said fans.
So you want a WikiLeak.
You're WikiLeaking George R. R. Martin and J.K. Rowling.
Yes. Bam.
Leak.
Do you have an author that won't finish their book series? Tweet me. We will get them added to the list.
Leak. We can do this for a while. That was nice.
You know he's got more Dunkin' Egg stories. You know he's got his
no one wants to read more Dunkin' Egg stories.
The first thing I thought you were going to say.
Yes, you do. Don't lie.
I thought you were going to go like, it's going to be selfish and I want to do this for me. I thought it was like just going to go like elephant tusks or something.
I thought it was going to go like that. I thought she was going to have.
Do you want like authentic ivory piano keys?
I thought the worst of my wife. I thought she was going to have like, you log in and it's just this like all these dark rooms and you hit a button and it's every cast from Harry Potter all chained together and then you like have to reenact scenes at your command. Like, I want to see y'all do the Triwizard Tournament.
Have you lost your mind?
It's like the menagerie thing from Rick and Morty.
Like just Daniel Radcliffe.
It's just them all in a room and they're all dressed as a character. It's like,
can I say something though, for real, for truthsies?
Yeah.
If you think that my two co-hosts are psycho, please tweet me at txpodmassacre.com. If you believe that I need help, please.
Is this a sort of voting scheme?
Tweets.
Oh my God.
Ooh, another site you could do is every time someone sends an unwarranted dick pic. Yeah. It doesn't happen to me, obviously, but please don't let that happen to me. Do not tweet that at TX But if you did that, you could do the ransomware thing against that. Be like, cut that down. I feel like that's just a service that needs to just happen.
So you have to come up with the, I was gonna say facial recognition, but the image recognition software to find the penises first.
Yeah.
Then with your bots, you send out.
Peni.
Yeah. With two eyes.
Peni in the sky. That's what it's called. Boom.
Holy shit. All right. On that note, I think we're ready to get into this movie. This week's movie of the week is Unfriended Dark Web.
Yo. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey. It is game night. Ow. Are you ready for this? I got a new laptop. Actually new. There's a cyber cafe that I've been working at, and this computer was sitting in the lost and found for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Hang on, you stole someone's computer?
I didn't steal it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's messed up.
And I found this folder, it was hidden. And it automatically connects you to this thing.
Dude, this is dark web.
What's dark web?
Part of the internet where no one can track you.
It's all about drugs, illegal IDs, even assassination for hire.
Yeah, the dark net is mostly about the bad guys.
And this computer's got videos on it, right? Check this out.
I really think you should stop.
Oh, God.
That looked way too real. I think that is real.
Guys, that's what they're trading.
Trade what?
All those videos.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now.
Who's that?
What's happening?
Wait, guys, hold up. Where's Lex?
Wait, that's that Lex?
He killed Lex.
Who?
The ones who buy the videos, the ones who pick the girls.
What the hell? They've all been watching.
Oh my god. That's my mom.
No!
If they found Lex, can't they find the rest of us too?
They've had control this whole time.
Please, leave us alone! Get out of there right now!
I can hear you. Are you still
Kelly,
there?
I can't
just
see you.
So, Lisa, Unfriended, Dark Web, you as the unsuspecting victim need to tell us, what is this movie about?
In sign language. Now, go.
Yeah, sign it out.
Sign it out. That's how I'm going to use that. That's great.
And done.
It was just a middle finger for everyone, for everyone at home. Now, how would you? What would you tell someone this movie's about?
3 words. Crime doesn't pay.
This is crime and
Unfriended
Dark Web, the crime and punishment of 2018.
Depends on the
movies.
crime, right?
What?
We'll get into it.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe someone's like a volunteer criminal.
Doesn't matter how much you get paid if you die.
That's a fair point.
Okay, that's great.
You can't take the money to heaven with you.
That's right.
Sure.
Freedom isn't free.
Yeah, exactly.
So Nate, you got some facts for us on this one.
Yeah, this movie exists. Yikes. Unfriended Dark Web. It came out recently. Who cares? The director is Steven Susko. I'm hoping I say that right. I believe this was his first movie. So it gets better, Steven. It gets better. But he's been a writer on a lot of things. He was a writer on the screenplay for the original Grudge remake. Then he wrote The Grudge 2, so the sequel to the remake. He wrote the screenplay for a movie called Red with Brian Cox. He did the story and the plot and the story is very important in 2013's Texas Chainsaw 3D. So really stretching his legs there.
Yeah.
And then he was the writer for a movie that we saw the trailer to while watching Unfriended Dark Web, Hellfest. That's the most interesting of the ones that I've seen.
Yeah.
So that one's coming out in September. There's more screenplays coming. One called The Dorm. Seems pretty self-explanatory. I'm assuming there's a ghost in a dorm. There's one called Hack Slash and others. This guy's primarily a writer. Someone's like, hey, well, give this guy a hand in front of the camera. And by in front of the camera, I mean the entire thing's a computer screen. So they clearly didn't trust him that much.
Well, I mean, that's the movie franchise.
Yep. Who knows? So this is now a franchise. This is the sequel to Unfriended. I didn't mind the first Unfriended.
Yeah. So
general consensus. Lisa, did you see the first Unfriended?
Yes.
Oh, not as positive. No, super positive on it in general. But
so we'll save it in case we do the episode on that. But I will say, I think generally, I did like the first Unfriended as well. I did not care that it went very supernatural.
Yeah, it's a horror movie. Who cares?
But for how it was done and some of the shot kills and everything, pretty solid. Anyway,
yeah. The tagline for this movie is from the producer of Get Out, Happy Death Day, and The Purge. That's not great when your tagline is 3 other movies.
The tagline. That's got to be.
So wait a
That's
minute.
what it says.
We haven't done Unfriended.
No,
we haven't.
So I watched that shit of my own free will.
I don't know if I'd say free will, but yes, you did.
The dark web is just setting you up,
Again,
Lisa.
if you think I need help, please tweet, email, TexasPodcastMassacre.com. Thank you.
Yikes.
I'm blinking once, people.
Yeah, this is. Wait, shouldn't you? If blinking once should be okay, twice should be bad because then you've gotten you can't confuse 2 single blinks.
And now she's giving you some sign language.
Yep. And so obviously from the Get Out, Happy Death Day, and Purge, you got a Blumhouse joint on your hands. It was like a Blumhouse. It was like
sorry, Blumhouse joint just sounds so
it's
bad.
a Blumhouse joint. Yeah, it's like Spike Lee. But it was like a Blumhouse like side shoot. Did you see there was like a little logo below?
Yeah.
The BH when the movie first started.
No. It's like they're already distancing themselves.
It's like the side. It's like the side one. I don't remember what it said, but it's like the side one. It's not the like the top tier. It's like a B level one. The cast. Was there anyone memorable? I guess you got Betty Gabriel played Nari, and she was famously in Get Out as Georgina, the grandma / person. And she was in Purge election year.
She was also just in Westworld.
And she was just in Westworld, and she was in Upgrade this year. So 2018, pretty great for her, actually.
What's Upgrade?
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
It's the Lee Wanell joint that had Trey from the OC in it. I'm saying joint a lot.
Are you from the 1920s now?
Yes. Well, 1940s, I had 1940s abortions.
You going way back,
1920s,
Nate.
I don't, whatever.
Way back.
So she's like the second build, even though she's not the main character. The main character guy. Do we care? Pass.
Aww.
Pass. Rebecca Rittenhouse played Serena. She kind of had the most, I guess, the best acting of the movie was her character. Is that safe to say?
I feel like they were all equal to me, but
Oh, okay. I thought she was like when things were happening to her, she was a little more reasonable. She's Odette in Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
From this year. So she's doing that. She's in something called Blood and Oil, whatever that means. She's in some Suits episodes this year. She's doing some stuff. Not a whole lot. Not a lot of big actors and actresses in this movie. Those are the two main ones I could find. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Yep. not a whole lot
on this one.
No.
All right. So I think it does kind of help at least to frame it. So the first Unfriended, because the Unfriended makes, as a title, makes sense for the first one because it had to do with, I mean, it really was a focus on social media,
teen
and
drama and social.
Yeah. Whereas in this case, I mean, Unfriended, I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot of that bullying sort of aspect.
Think about it though. Can you really be friends with someone who died massively?
I mean, I guess it's unfriended in that they're dead.
Or like maybe you're like unfriending your own life. Like, oh, stop following.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
So let's first off. So generally, what did y'all? What did you think about it, Nate? Generally,
yeah. I want to piggyback on what you're just saying. Unfriended. It doesn't make any sense to be called Unfriended. It doesn't follow the plot of the first one in any way.
Yeah.
There's other than everything happens on the computer.
Yeah.
That's the only link.
They did it for the name recognition.
I guess.
Well, I mean, just because it's done the same way, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to call it Unfriended for that. Or at the very least, maybe you make the story like they're being targeted because these kids are being targeted because they were bullying someone,
some sort of anything.
I don't know. I think that's probably the most striking difference between the two is that in the first one, all the kids and a staple of most kind of modern horror movies, the kids sort of deserve it to some degree, particularly in the first one, right? Because they bully the shit out of this one girl and she kills herself. In this one, none of these kids really deserve to get not brutally murdered.
No,
they're not kids.
Well, I mean, they're college age, maybe a little older. Either way. They're just kind of, you just kind of like watch them just get murdered. They were just.
Yeah, but in defense of, I don't know what's in defense of. They don't.
In defense of the murderers. Hold on a second.
No, but I mean, we'll get into what you would do differently, but I feel like the three of us wouldn't do a lot of the stupid shit they did.
Okay, so you're saying that the characters did not act rationally or smart.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, to be honest, it's only one character. One character like basically just drags all of his friends down with him.
Yeah, but I feel like if we were on a chat with you, things started going haywire, we would have been, sorry, Nate, we're out. We would have been gone.
Oh, shit. You're not staying on the line with me.
Fuck no.
No?
Oh.
Wow,
okay, I'm gone.
No, I'm not saying that. Okay, so
it's like I'm curious.
No. I want to jump into this, but let's do it a little bit more. All right, so how this movie kind of starts off is the main guy. Who cares what his name is?
No.
Matthias.
Can you think of his name? All right, she got it.
Yeah.
Matthias. Matthias?
This is the most like randomly diverse group of friends ever.
They met at college.
I went to Louisiana Tech again. Not awesome university.
How are you related to Terry Bradshaw? Oh, I'm a third second cousin.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, so he logs on. He's got this new laptop. He's trying to talk to his girlfriend who's deaf, can only speak sign language.
Amaya.
Yeah, Amaya. And he's written a application called Papaya, which I guess
Amaya.
now that you say Amaya.
Yeah, because later they type it Amaya Papaya. That's her screen name.
Yeah. I just thought Papaya was translation for like, I'm lazy.
Like you just like, what should I name this app? Oh, I mean this juicy papaya. Oh, there we go. I don't know.
I was thinking more of it was like, what's like the Indonesian word for lazy? It's papaya. Like it's like that. Like he's that kind of guy.
Don't be a papaya.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's got this laptop. He just logs in, is able to guess the password, and just starts using it. Ends up connected with his friends on a game night.
You've gotten, and this is fair to him. You would assume you get into a computer, the user is ? And you type in the single character ? And hit enter on the password. You would assume that person not involved with anything in computers ever. They have a 1 character password. That's the same as their username. This should not be some mastermind criminal person you're working with. So to be fair, I get the main character's this couldn't be happening. Yeah, this couldn't be happening. This is the one character ? Password guy.
Yeah.
The 1 character ?
Right? I mean, that's not some sort of savvy mastermind move here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it plays into some later.
Yep.
So let me ask you, it's a game night. I've never Skyped for a game night before.
Not gonna do it now.
Not gonna do it now. I don't think I would do Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, it's a good one to do remotely.
As long as everyone has a deck with them.
When my wife and I were long distance, we did a bunch of game nights like that.
Well,
no one needs to know what y'all did.
What would you? Yeah,
we played Battleship. Actually, that's a good one.
That's a little better one.
Yeah,
Cards Against Humanity. It's very much
one.
you have to pick the card someone's holding, and if you're in a relationship, you may not necessarily pick someone else's card. As someone who gets screwed over in Apples to Apples and Cards Against Humanity a lot.
Oh, because you're saying there's no anonymity.
Yes, they should use
whatever.
They should use the dark web.
Anemone. Got it.
Phenomenon.
Do.
No.
Let me hang it.
I wish I was anonymous right now. Jesus.
All right. So, so I mean, of these kids, let's talk about them. There is Matthias, who's the main guy who sort of drags his friends into doom. There is Damon, who is the computer expert.
Is the British one.
The British guy.
Yep.
Yeah. There is Amaya. We've mentioned her. She's not with the group tonight because apparently her and Matthias have broken up.
Well, they're just on the rocks.
Yeah.
They're on the rocks.
On the rocks. There's AJ, who is the conspiracy theorist who lives with his mom in her basement.
Yep. Basement.
So basically they're Nate. Then
I wish I had a basement. God, I'm aspiring to be this conspiracy theory internet.
Yeah, it is ridiculous because he also has his own YouTube channel / podcast where he talks about all the conspiracy theories and other texts. Yeah, it was you basically.
No, it's not.
What? You can't see it, but Nate is wearing his tinfoil hat while we're doing this episode. No, and then let's see. So there are
Serena and Nari.
Nari, who an engaged lesbian couple.
Yep.
One who is African American, one who is blonde girl. I'm going to just very diverse group of kids here. And I know they're not kids.
College.
And whatever they are. And then who's the other one who is Asian
the
DJ?
DJ Lex.
Lexi. Yep. Yeah, DJ Lex.
They gave her the least amount to do.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. They must. I guess they're not in college because all these kids, like the DJ equipment,
They met in college.
Okay, because the DJ, like, she has some legit equipment in there. Same thing with the server dude who has his own like full rack behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did well in this generic college that they went to.
Yeah,
that is a dedicated.
They even
friend.
showed the college too. They showed the diploma, right? Because it got logs. Anyway, so of these characters, did y'all have a favorite?
I like Serena.
Yeah, we know.
I thought she was just like the best. I thought she was like the best actress of the best actor in the movie. So I liked her just because I disliked a lot of other people.
Yeah,
I don't know that I had a favorite.
Come on, you had to have a favorite.
No, I don't have to have anything.
To have a favorite. Which
what
murder?
About
which
you,
murderer
Mitch?
did you like?
Which murderer did you like? I think for me, I liked I liked Damon, I guess.
British guy.
Yeah, he didn't oversell it too bad. He was, the
only thing that got me is when he would say something like, you're gonna have to explain that, Damon. What are you talking about? And I'm like, I realize you're doing this for the audience, for folks that don't know, but
yeah, it's to let you in
much.
on the internet speak.
Well, that's what happens when you're an internet conspiracy theorist person with a YouTube channel. Apparently, you have a YouTube channel, but you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Someone in their basement.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Get out of the basement and.
Well, no, you can be in the basement. Just know what the fuck you're talking about. That's it.
Yeah. So these kids. I keep calling them kids. I mean, I know
they're not kids.
It's because the first Unfriended.
They're probably like our age.
The first Unfriended movie has me framing this as these are all kids, but they're not.
No.
I mean, they're someone's kids. Technically you're right.
So basically he finds out that, his computer keeps crashing. This computer that he quote unquote bought on Craigslist.
Well, your computer just kind of froze and you had to reboot earlier too. So are we being watched right now? Is that what you're telling me?
Nate, I need you to get out of my business.
Yikes.
I would just
who are you selling this to?
I just need you to stop trying to find hidden files.
Your
because that's what
laptop
he
doesn't
does.
have a webcam, right?
Well, they do.
Yeah, they're all built in. Oh shit.
Cover that up.
Wow. Yikes.
Anyway.
A lot of videos.
Yeah.
A lot of videos.
Someone's getting both the front and the back of me right now, so that's good.
Yeah, wow.
It's a lot of videos of Mitch watching Pretty Little Liars. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, why is Mitch crying so much in
Don't
these
do
videos?
it, Lucy Hale. You don't need him. No, so.
I thought you were talking about Truth or Dare.
No, well, she's in both.
That was the joke.
Yeah. The truth is that's sad for you, Mitch. that's for me.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, let's get back on this. So he realizes that the reason, or he doesn't realize, Damon has to tell him in a side chat that effectively the reason why he's crashing because the hard drive's out, and he sees a whole bunch of, basically he finds a hidden folder of files.
Yeah.
And it has all these creepy ass surveillance videos from wireless networks.
The one of the
shady.
baby was not necessary.
Oh yeah,
I
love when they throw in
Nate.
the baby.
Nate was.
Of course he does, because Nate loves to watch me suffer.
At this point, Nate is just like, he is on the edge of his seat waiting for a dog to get just randomly shot at the end, or some baby to get kidnapped, or something. Nate just enjoys watching our triggers.
Whatever.
Look, anyway.
We spent the car ride home discussing if ours could be hacked. Now, wait a minute. What network is it on?
All right. So, he goes down the dark web. Let's talk about the dark web.
He goes
part.
down. Well, you said he goes down the dark web.
He goes down the river. That's what I meant to say. Then I said dark web. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
So let's talk about his connection with the dark web. He's getting messages from this other person who's, kind of connected to this other Facebook account.
A lot of chicks want flights from this person.
Yeah.
Buying a lot of plane tickets for a lot of women.
Yeah. The account was, Nora C4, the fourth.
Yep.
And it's getting a lot of messages from an Erica saying, hey, who the fuck is this? You're not this person. I know it's you. And then turns out that is the dark web person trying to connect, say, yo, you have my laptop. You stole it. Yeah. They find out he stole the laptop. So, strike one against this guy.
Yeah.
Crime doesn't pay.
So I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to talk it through. I guess my question really to y'all, what I really kind of want to get to is this whole connection with the dark web, are y'all buying it?
No.
No. How come, Nate?
I don't have enough Bitcoin apparently or something. No. It's stupid.
How so? Expound on that.
It's so the characters could the main character Matthias could end the movie like a million times.
Oh yeah,
like the movie could just be over.
No,
and just never happen. Like you are an idiot.
No,
just like you're an idiot. So my brain is crashing just like the computer in this movie. I can't. It's like you're so dumb. Like just stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had no empathy or any sort of like link with the character, like what they were doing. Like this is I'm done. I'm done with like you're terrible.
Okay. What about you, Lisa?
Nah.
Yeah. I like
it preys on folks that know enough but don't know all of it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we all have IT backgrounds. I was hoping to get an unsuspecting victim with a full networking to just shoot the shit out of this movie. Weren't able to do that because everyone had a hard pass on wanting to see this particular movie.
Random friend, do you want to go see a movie with us? Like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, it's called Unfriended Dark Web. Oh, I gotta wash my hair that weekend. Yeah.
Well,
no.
So I don't know. I think what I did sort of enjoy about this movie in terms of his interaction with Dark Web when he first connects into the chat and there's that other person talking about what he's basically paying for. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was kind of a cool, they kind of drew it out pretty well. So he's talking to this guy and he's saying like, was that money enough? Yeah. For what? And he said, I want the same kind of thing. Skin dye, different, but a slower method. And they're like, well, what method? And he's doing this while he's sharing a screen.
Yeah.
And then the guy said, he mentioned whatever it was,
tetrafadation.
Yeah, tetrafadation. Yeah, where basically drilling a hole in someone's head. But the way he finds out is he Google searches it while everyone's sharing the screen. They're all like,
oh, whoa, that got worse.
Yeah. And I thought that was kind of pretty cool. I think that was a good way for the movie to kind of up the stakes pretty quick. Before you actually see someone actually get killed.
Well, let's say this. I mean, the videos that they find are creepy as hell, right? I mean, we can agree on that. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Videos
so the videos,
things happening to women that seem awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one woman is in a barrel.
We don't need to rehash them.
One is in a bathtub.
No.
Where there's like, they're going to pour acid on her.
Yeah. Corrosive. Yeah. Yeah. So,
like basically like it's just like 13 to 14 snuff films. Basically. Yeah, it's really gross.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I think that's preying a little bit more.
Lisa, doesn't the abortion thing sound pretty good now? Yeah, you're welcome.
Nate, don't get this is a conversation for another day.
Just kidding.
I didn't disagree with your idea. Okay. But my point is,
I'm looking for notes apparently.
She's thinking maybe you need to work on the version 1 for a little bit. Is all she's saying.
Yeah.
Maybe your version 1's not
right away.
Yeah. Maybe that's more of a beta than a version 1.
Let's workshop it.
So, all right. So, yeah. So, I mean, pretty hard. And again, I think it's certainly you're right. So, this movie kind of has two sort of, I thought, not really themes, but moods with it. Right. The first one was really about setting the tone of how the dark web is and really trying to highlight a lot of the shit that I mentioned that I've seen on like those YouTube videos, all the urban legend of the dark web, right?
Yeah.
Some of the creepy stories he passed around on Facebook and all that, which I thought was, I mean, again, fairly effective, but that's because they're creepy stories to begin with. It's easy fodder.
Yeah.
It's the second half of the movie where we start being more where they're attacking everyone, where I think it kind of lost me a little bit.
Yeah, there's two parts of the movie. There's the part on what's happening digitally on the computer, and there's the part that's happening like, shit, people are in people's houses. Like, the link to that is fast.
Yeah.
And it is jarring.
Yeah.
Plot wise.
Did y'all because one of the articles I was reading said you had to just suspend a little bit of disbelief on this.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, dark web. AKA dog walked in.
Yeah, we left the studio door a little cracked, and our dog, our dog bust in through the router. And
yeah, you got hacked. You got hacked.
You can see if this movie got to me or not.
Man, it's so
Damn it,
it's
dog.
still so scary. Lisa's still jumping.
yeah,
What was I saying?
Who knows?
The subject matter. Yeah.
Suspend disbelief.
Yeah.
So they were saying, do you really think that all these people could have gotten the addresses and gotten there so quickly?
Like this is a Golden Gate Bridge suspension bridge of belief.
Yeah,
happening.
It's
here.
pretty quick moving.
So yeah, I agree. I think it is. I don't think it moved that quickly. However, I do think our information is. I think that the why this is somewhat unnerving and scary source material, right? Is that how much of your personal information is out there?
Oh, it's all out there.
It's it's not that it can't be mined and exploited by hackers.
No one has my notebooks. No one has those, Mitch.
That's good. I love the TPM secrets are safe.
Oh yeah, there's it's really safe. Pen and paper.
And yeah, and I'll say this. I mean, I knew what this movie was going to be when I walked in, so I'm not disappointed. Like sometimes I say this, I'm a little disappointed in some of these movies. I would have, however, I'd have been more interested though if they'd kept more on the dark web side, and it was a lot more having them like being forced to having like go through different sites and it's you see more of the different horror like urban legends associated with the dark web versus what it then became was the the cat and mouse, one person getting taken out at a time sort of
How
thing.
did they get into their houses though?
They broke in.
They just they snuck in. I mean,
so
they had the one video, the one dude like climbing in through the window.
Yeah, I paused it.
Well, lock your freaking windows and doors. Jeez Louise,
that's ridiculous.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, lock your windows.
Yeah, the thing so basically we're spoiling this already, so I'm just gonna get right into it. But basically, the dark web circle, whatever the fuck that is.
I think it's the ones that had the Roman numerals.
Yes, they were all part of the circle. The circle's like, oh, this guy messed up and left his laptop, and someone else is seeing our crap. Let's go murder them. Right? That's basically it. Then I assume there's some sort of like, kind of like Uber. There's just like, oh, there's an assassin 3 minutes away from your location. Like, oh, are they free? Are they not assassinating anyone right now?
Yeah.
Let's get them over to the nearest house because they get there fast.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, and
it is happening.
See, the problem is so many of the characters are in the same location, and I know they put the London guy in there to basically make it sound like, well, anyone in the world can do this. But I mean, yeah, I think they had to all kind of be centrally located.
There's a dark
that fast
across the pond web,
and all the videos were based on that area. I want to move into a little bit of the ending, but before that, let me just ask you this. So, I mean, everyone starts getting kind of murdered off one by one. Was there a murder scene? Was there a particular murder that I don't want to say enjoyed, but that y'all thought was good? That scared you? That was it just stood out in some way.
The one that I thought was more clever, I'll say, was when they got the 911 call for, was it AJ?
Ooh, yeah.
Because swatting. It wasn't just one of those guys breaking in the hood. It was, Yeah,
they swatted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, not some like hoodie, some random, generic hoodie person coming in.
Yeah.
It was using his online tirade, conspiracy theory videos.
Yeah.
Into a 911 call. That was pretty.
Playing the shotgun to make it seem like Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and the mouse was circling the play button.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and for people,
that was the best part of the movie, I think, for me.
Well, and for people who don't know, I mean, I guess I'm saying it. Swatting is something that actually has happened. It's when
a bunch.
Yeah, when you effectively call in what just happened, and you say there's a
call
in the SWAT team,
fake 911 call saying there's a guy, or I have my family. Yeah. I have my family at gunpoint right now.
Yeah. And you see that you see this a lot. Like it's happening a lot more with like in gaming community, it seems like. But it's again, I agree. That was probably the most clever and the most kind of like kind of, especially considering all the news with people getting shot for not necessarily having. I mean, it's
there's been people who've been on Twitch streams and like the cops come in, or like you hear like the cops like come in and like shoot somebody. That's happened.
Yeah,
like recently.
Yeah. What about you, Nate? Was there any other scenes?
That was mine. That's the
That's
best.
crazy.
That is kind of the.
There's kind of like a not as well executed House of Cards. Murder where push in front of the train move, but like they both died.
Yeah,
like you're a bad assassin. Like that, like 1 star on that Uber assassin app or whatever. Like not great.
Are there cameras in hospital rooms?
There might be.
There might. I mean, maybe in like ICU wards, which I mean, she was in the mom was in a.
I didn't believe that.
An ICU ward. Well,
that was too convenient.
Those machines aren't like network connected either.
No, they're not.
Yeah, all
like
that.
what if you like someone hits the router power cord? Oh, grandma's dead. Like that's not how that works.
One thing I do want to say that annoyed the shit out of me real quick about the hackers is that they apparently were the fucking Predator. They had this cloaking device thing, and I get it. They're supposed to be like, oh, we can mess with the signal and all that, but
like a webcam doesn't like show everything perfectly except like one person's outline. Yeah. Like what is happening?
Yeah, and they could have edited the video later, but not on the fly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that part was kind of
like this made the swordfish look believable.
It would have been better had they actually just like the video had frozen for a second and then it was like more of a jump scare type. I think that would have been more effective and it was very
that was bad. I don't know.
It was just very Predator-esque.
And it's trying to be realistic with this kind of stuff, right? And that failed miserably.
Yeah, and then of course from an audience like a viewing perspective, having half the movie theater with like that jarbled ass like dead pixel look doesn't really make a better movie.
It's not like the visual. No, who cares?
Yeah,
like it's bad.
All right, so one of the things that happened with this movie is that they released it with 2 separate endings, very Clue-esque.
Except nowhere near as good as Clue.
No, but Clue is pre-internet, so you didn't know that your region didn't have one until you got the movie on like VHS. You're like, wait, there are 3 fucking endings.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh,
yeah, so I know. Clues. Go watch Clue.
Have it on Blu-ray. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll talk about our ending but let's talk about so do y'all know what the other ending is?
I do.
Tell us what this one ending
What systems did you hack into to figure that out?
Yeah.
The Googles.
The Google. Ooh. Sounds
Dark
Russian.
web Google.
Sounds Russian. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's like the capital of the dark web. Can we agree on this?
Yeah.
Is Russia, right? Like, that's like the kind of like, everyone can use it, but this is kind of like home turf almost, basically. Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
They're the one that vet all the stuff.
So what's this one?
So we got the ending where they zoom out and you realize you're looking at one of the Charon's systems.
Oh, yeah. All the one that circles are called Charons because they're like the river Styx. They're the
to the dark
guardian.
From the light to the dark.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We just kind of like nodded and moved on. Go ahead.
So that's the ending we got. You start to see them. They're all revealing their faces, all the people that were involved. The alternate ending is they actually give Amaya a different address and they go there and she's getting texts from Matthias, but she's standing on top of like a hill of freshly dug earth and he's buried alive underneath. And he's trying to FaceTime her and text her and stuff and tell her he's there and he needs help. But they keep hacking his messages and they keep sending the message over and over again. Sorry, I didn't learn sign language. Sorry, I didn't learn sign language. Ugh. And then she gets pissed and leaves and
somehow our ending was better than that. Yikes.
Yeah.
It's like really creepy, like the crappiest Saw game ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that it's a little more personal character wise. But yeah, that's just
it's better when it's not personal because it's like, oh shit.
Well, okay. So what I liked about
you
ours,
can't stop it.
So part of the ending, and I don't know if it's in both endings, but I know there's full recaps of every specific thing. So in our ending, what we got was they set it up so it looked like Matthias was the one that kind of like had kidnapped the girl.
Yeah, in the videos.
who they apparently did do drill the hole.
Yeah, so there's one
head.
girl who was still alive.
Yeah.
They'd killed like 13 to 15 girls before that.
Yeah.
Ugh. And those videos were awful. And then they framed him with some of the shittiest photoshopping I've ever seen.
Right.
That was a bad frame job Photoshop.
Fine.
Right? Like that's like the thing like North Korea does. It's like, oh, we have more missiles. It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Like this is pretty obvious.
So, yeah. But they make the Damon and some other friends all look like they were all part of it. Because he gets hanged, and they write a cheap ass little Word document saying, you know, I'm sorry. All the evidence is on my hard drive. Yeah.
So in the end, it was the laptop was bait.
Yeah.
And it was called Bait Laptop.
Yeah.
That's real stealth there, guys.
Right.
Terrible.
I will say, I mean, that aside, I actually kind of, I thought that was actually a cool little twist. That the whole thing was staged. Regardless, like they knew he was going. They were waiting for someone to take that laptop. That they
wanted to put the blame on someone, right?
Well, it was just a game. I mean, that was just the scenario of the game they kind of came up with. They were going to do it to someone, not necessarily just to put the blame on and get free, but just because that was just something to do. So, I mean, that is really the scary part. This is sort of why The Strangers was kind of scary. Same kind of thing. Like, why are you doing this? And they say, well, you answered the door. You were home. That's why we did it. There's no real reason they're doing it. It's to them. They say, he asks, why are you doing this? And they just say, it's game night.
Yeah.
They play the clip of him saying, oh, well, it's game night. And that's their reason. It's just, that's just something.
It's game night. And there's like a lot of over-unders.
Well, yeah, they're betting on it too.
Yeah,
they're all
betting on
betting.
it. Yeah, that's nuts.
Which, yeah, I've seen some people shitting on this ending. I was kind of looking up. I kind of like that. I know why people are shitting on it. They're shitting on the fact that Matthias gets basically steamrolled by a truck in like 5 seconds.
Uber driver assassins are always moving. It's like there's an assassin 2 minutes.
That was kind of like
he gets thrown off the roof. Whatever.
How'd the roof one happen? Oh, it's so implausible.
That one was just bad. Maybe she was held up by gunpoint and then he rushed at her and she flew. I don't know. Any number of these are better than what we got.
Yeah.
I like the ending. What did y'all think? What did y'all think about the ending that we got?
It was fine.
I was not a fan. I mean, it was better than the ending you just said, Lisa. So the alternate.
I mean, I don't know.
So
if you're terrified of getting buried alive, I think the other ending probably scares the bejesus out of you more. But
yeah, it was just so. Both of them seem so cheap. It's like so many things are happening. I guess getting run over by a van is better than like. How do they bury him alive? Even
the game, the bait thing, the game works better had it really been more of like they were making them all have to like go through and do shit. What the problem with it being the game and the bait was just that they didn't really make them do anything. It was just like, hey, y'all just be quiet. Like you have to keep connected in, and then we're just gonna like murder you.
Yeah, it was weird.
It would have been better had they had to like complicitly like go through, and then it would have helped the setup story better because it's like, oh look, you could see they were accessing all these torture sites and
like their fingerprints are there or something like that. Like that would have been perfect. Yeah, that'd have been really
would have been a lot better, and maybe even save the swatting for the end or something. Like if the swatting had been the last kill, that would have been.
So you said they unloaded all their best stuff too early.
A little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
Anything else you want to say about this movie?
Nope.
Then let me ask you guys, what would you have done differently?
Son of a bitch, you left the bodies and you only moved the headstones! You only moved the headstones! Why?
I got him.
Go, Nate, just go.
First thing you should do, computer 101. Reformat any new thing that you get.
Bingo.
Did you buy a phone off eBay? Factory reset. Did you get anything? Reinstall the OS.
No.
Why are you not doing this?
I would even go so far as to say if it's a removable hard drive. I mean, if it's a laptop, maybe you can't. But if it's a removable hard drive, remove it.
It's an Apple. They don't allow you to do any of that stuff. Ooh.
Apple's a little different. Although you can, if you just stole it, you don't really give a shit about the warranty. So
That's true.
So maybe you remove the laptop, replace it, and you like magnetic wipe the other one and just gone. Yeah, I agree.
That's a good idea.
You don't just go signing into every site you get your hands on.
That's not great. Yeah. And never sign in anyone else's account.
This is all just basic like internet. Just don't do this.
Yeah.
Use a VPN when you're surfing.
I want to see like the cast of Cocoon do this movie. Like, hello?
Yeah.
Hello? like, that's the whole movie. That'd be awesome. I would. All right. Well, now I got my sequel, so don't steal it. All right. And my real one is, in the movie there was a cat and mouse or a game where her new fiance, she was at the train waiting for the Amaya, and the mom was at the hospital with cancer on,
Nate's about to get real mean.
Stage 4 cancer, whatever, very high level cancer, and was on death's door in the ICU of this hospital. And they said as part of the hacker dark web game, they say, choose which one dies. I choose the mom. Like instantaneously.
You heartless son of a bitch.
I mean, no
Sorry,
offense,
Nate's
but
mom.
No offense, no. But like,
well, at this point, you've seen them actually murder people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that way is because multiple people have been murdered, and it's really obvious that they can do this.
Now,
and if they give you the chance, I would try to have one person to live rather than not play the game and they both die.
Now, here's the question: if they were going to kill them both, regardless of what you picked one, but they were going to kill them both anyway. But then now you have to live with the fact that you sentenced your mom to die.
I don't
can
care.
live with that.
If they were going to kill them, they're definitely going to kill me. So it's fine. You know what I mean? Like at that point, at least you try to you go for the higher percentage.
I'm just asking the question.
It's all low percentage moves. There's one is a slightly higher percentage. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, mom. Hi, mom.
Yeah, I think mine. If I'm going to go from a different route. If I am the first, Sharon the fourth, and let's say this isn't a bait computer. This is a legit. Oh fuck! I left my laptop. I forgot it. Stupid premise. I would just turn on Find My Mac or find my device as soon as it turns. It's how those work.
Considering this dummy didn't wipe anything, it would have worked.
That's right. It's like, oh great, someone like the minute that I'm like, oh hey, someone's logged into my account. Let me Find My Mac. Oh, I have the address. I can find it now. Great.
Yeah, but there's so many apartments in there. How do you know?
Come on.
How do you know, man?
He's a hacker who he's clearly getting on everyone's wireless.
Well, that's not what the plot was.
Also, other thing, there's a lot of different addresses off like the same like few streets. Be a good neighbor. If you see people in your neighborhood with unsecured Wi-Fi networks, tell them to secure that shit. Like there's like 20 videos from like one street in the.
In my old apartment, there was an unsecured network called Dolphins Are Gay Sharks, and I let them know that their Wi-Fi was not secure. That's a story. I don't know.
How did you let them know? Like, how did you find them?
What do you mean? Oh, it was my neighbors.
You're next door.
Them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
All right, Lisa, what do you do differently?
I'm not taking that dumb laptop.
Don't steal.
Don't steal to begin with. Yeah, you said it earlier.
And if I'm one of his friends, the second I get a whiff of something, get in your car and drive to the cops.
Yeah.
Don't hem and haw about it.
Yeah, I'd probably also say if you're going to steal $10 million, maybe just leave pretty quickly. Don't just sit there and wait. That was a bold strategy. All right. So I guess I got to ask, I mean, we've got 2. So number 3 needs to come out.
Because let's face it, baby, these days, you got to have a sequel.
Unfriended 3.
Okay, I got it already.
You want to jump? All right.
Unfriended 3. How does this work? It's the old people that I've
damn it. Damn it. It's like a retirement home.
Like Unfriended 3. Is this on?
It needs to be old people, but like their grandkids too.
Yeah, but it's
just in like them trying to FaceTime their grandkids.
Yeah.
Like, how do I get the printer to print?
Did you guys see The Visit?
And half of the movie,
it's kind of like that, but then it's also in the grumpier old men universe. Like there's a crossover,
the Grumpiverse.
Yeah, exactly.
But half of the movie is them on FaceTime, but their phone is up like to their ear.
Yeah. No, look at the phone, Grandpa. What?
Yeah.
Speak up, son.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
Done.
Different demographic, obviously, but I feel like it would work.
I like it. Lisa.
No, I'm boycotting. No more sequels.
Hold on.
We're done.
I gotta see what old people should be in this movie. That's the thing.
I don't know.
Like Al Pacino. It's like, I got it to work. Hooah!
No, fuck me, fuck you, computer.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I love it.
Al Pacino. What
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken is in that movie.
I can't get this fucking thing.
The phone. It's not like Seinfeld. I don't know.
You're talking to me all wrong.
What do you got, Lisa?
Stallone.
Stallone.
Hey, Adrian.
That is some pairing of
no, it's Alexa, Grandpa. Adrian,
and
it's
definitely Betty White.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Betty
White would be like too savvy. I don't know.
Oh no, she'd figure it out.
Betty White would figure it out.
Betty White would be the final girl.
Right?
Yes, I love it.
All right, I love it. So Lisa, you're saying no sequels. You're boycotting. Yeah, mine. Man. So we've done
Unfriended 3 Power Down.
Right.
Lights out.
No, I got it. Sorry.
Damn it. I think you're gonna take it. Go. No,
take
go.
it. Take
Unfriended 3 Amish Country.
No, that was not what I was going for.
Oh, but
that's
that's what Mitch always goes with, the Amish.
Bam.
Okay, what is this movie though? Give me anything.
You don't get on the friggin' internet. You go to the Amish country and you live out your life in peace.
There's a young Amish boy. He has like a hand crank and he gets like 10 minutes internet a night, and then he gets mixed up in the dark web. All of a sudden, your barn's burning down. What's going on?
See, I think
yes.
See, mine would actually be a prequel. Okay. And it was again, I think from an earlier it's still Unfriended, but from an earlier. We talked about this earlier in the show. Yeah. Al Gore creates the internet. Okay. Dick Cheney creates the dark web, and it's the story of how he set that all up.
I thought you were gonna go like Friendster or something. Friendster. Can that be the prequel? How does this work?
No, so that would be it. I don't have a title for it, but that's what my sequel would be. All right,
I like that Granny's thing.
No, it was so good. There's no following up. Damn it, Nate! If you have a great one like that, you need to go last.
Unfriended dark web. Unfriended dark web. Mission accomplished.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
All right. With that said, we're gonna move to our last segment.
Final cut.
All right, rapid fire final cut here. Lisa, what do you give this movie as our unsuspecting victim?
Got to be able to cut you off.
Yep. I'm gonna play you off like in the Oscars.
It was okay. It's middle of the road for me. Probably a 5 out of 10.
So fair to Midland.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
5 out of 10. What?
5 out of 10. Stupid people.
I was about how many people were in this. All right. Yeah. All right. Good. Nate.
Yeah. So for me, this movie is like a worse version of the Black Mirror episode Shut Up and Dance. Like way worse.
Is that the one with the kid with the... Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Where they're like making them do things and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was like way more exciting and you liked the characters and it was way better.
Yeah.
Even though it was a TV show, this is a full movie. That was millions of dollars to make.
Yep.
And basically the whole movie is like a covert Microsoft ad. It's like,
don't use Macs.
This is a Mac. Wow. You should be using Windows. It's going to crash on its own. You don't even need hackers.
Wait, what now?
Aren't Macs more secure to this kind of thing than Windows?
So.
No, not necessarily. I don't know.
There's so many less of them. Maybe that's why. Like, because
there's
percentage-wise, I think maybe.
I guess there's an equal amount of
proportionally. I think you're about to say.
Yeah, it's the type of hacks. I mean, someone is directly trying to connect to it doesn't matter, but in terms of like ransomware, vulnerability attack, things like that, Windows certainly gets is a little bit more. You don't have to worry about viruses as much.
Windows,
because you can't code viruses. I mean, coding viruses for DOS is different than coding them for the Linux Unix backend.
Windows is the preferred OS of Nigerian princes. That's for
anyway.
Sure.
You can make a lot of money, Nate.
Yeah. So this movie,
I have 10 million Bitcoin, but I have nowhere to send it to.
Exactly.
Where can I send it to?
Yeah. Go ahead. God, this movie. The more we're talking about it, the lower I got. So I'm going to go 3 out of 10 Hashtag blockchains.
Okay.
No, if Nate's going that low, I'm going low too. 5 is too high.
5 is like, this was average. This was like an average movie, like in the bell curve distribution.
So he went 3. You want to move it to?
I'll bump it to 4.
All right.
Bumped.
You bumped it down. All right. Yeah. So I've kind of been pulling for us to watch this movie. I enjoyed the first one. One of the things I did enjoy about the first one was the supernatural parts. I was hoping to see something a little bit more grounded in reality. I did get that.
A little more. It's basically ghost hacking at this point, though.
Right. Yeah. It was good for what it was. It had some decent kills. It had a good creepiness factor. It obviously it's no Rosemary's Baby. It's no, it's not going to be a high scoring one, but if you got a cheap movie night, I would check it out, or I'd wait till it gets on theater, but I would check it out. I would advise checking it out. So I'll give it 5 out of 10 tour clients.
Okay. And I think if you're going to like rent this or watch it on your laptop. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
This is like one of the only movies that you'd say like, don't use your projector, don't use your like TV, use it on your computer.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Nate, where can they find us?
If you want to hack us on the web.
If you'd like to friend us.
Or friend us. Oh, shit. That was way better. Please don't hack us. If you want to friend us, we're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at TX Pod Massacre. Our website, TexasPodcastMassacre.com. It's all our latest episodes. And it's nice, new, and shiny. Check it out.
Please don't hack it.
Yeah, please. It probably wouldn't be that hard.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing in there that you want. It's stupid.
All the videos are,
shit
I think, G-rated. Ask Mitch. I don't know. The earlier conversation, who knows? Our podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. Please rate and review us and subscribe.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining me on this film tonight. It was fun. Thank you all, everyone listening, for friending us. Boom. We need to get that. Anyway, from all of us here at Texas Podcast Massacre, thank you so much for tuning in, and just keep telling yourself it's only a movie. Good night.